Hi, I'm Janne from How to Enjoy Wine, and we're going to look at Sauvignon Blanc and food pairing. So, Sauvignon Blanc, fantastic grape variety, aromatic. And what does that mean? That means when you start to bring the glass up to your mouth, whew, the flavours just hit you. The aromas just hit you. Absolutely fantastic. That's an aromatic grape variety. So with Sauvignon Blanc, there is no mistaking you've got a Sauvignon Blanc in your glass. It's got wonderful, it's got a herbaceous quality. It can have grass, it can have green bell pepper, asparagus, floral, blossom, and fruit flavours. It can span from sort of green fruits, apple, gooseberry, right through to passion fruit. And passion fruit, those much riper, more tropical flavours come where it's had a lot of sunlight. So, where do we find them? We find them in the Loire Valley, Sancerre, Puy-Fumé, the original homes of Sauvignon Blanc. Now, New Zealand, in the 70s, they took Sauvignon Blanc over to New Zealand to give it a go. And what happened was they had much more sunlight in New Zealand. Climate's not much different, but they have more intense sunlight. And what that meant was when New Zealand ones, those fruits just erupt. You get all those rich passion fruit, tropical flavours. And that, I think, is why it's been such a hit. New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, absolutely fantastic. Now, these are all dry wines. Now, I'll come to sweet in a minute. So the other thing is, usually with aromatic grape varieties, you don't oak them. And with Sauvignon Blanc, that is in the vast majority of cases. There is an exception, and that's in America, where they made Fumé Blanc. And that's where they oaked some of the Sauvignon Blanc. And that gives an amazing combination of flavours, because you've got those smoked, toasty, vanilla, maybe coconut from the oak, matched with those really intense fruit flavours. Now, I mentioned about sweet. They also make Sauvignon Blanc, fantastic sweet wines. They're Sauternes, which is some of the best sweet wines you can get in the world. That is a combination of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc. So it makes absolutely fantastic sweet wines. So what does that mean for food pairing? Well, it means you have lots of choice, actually, even up to the dessert part of your meal. So if we think of food on a scale, so we start at this end, we've got light fish, scallops, lightly cooked, subtle flavours, right up to your steaks and your venison, well cooked. And you've got all the things in between. So where does Sauvignon Blanc? Well, a dry Sauvignon Blanc sits down at this end. It's absolutely fantastic with seafood, with fish, with things that have a lot of flavour, because it's got super flavour itself. It really can combine and complement really well with those types of flavour. So all types of fish, all types of seafood, lots and lots of vegetarian type dishes. Can get up into sort of some roasts and things, but really keep it at this end, because that's where it really, really shines through. It can cut through because it tends to have high acidity and that intense flavours. It can cut through quite creamy dishes. So it worked wonderful with risottos, like an asparagus risotto, and some pasta dishes, really quite fantastic at that end. But what about these sweet wines? These just any dessert, wonderful with cheeses. I mean, absolutely fantastic sweet wines. You can't go wrong with these. And actually, just chilled on their own, if you have a sweet tooth, absolutely fantastic wines. So I think you can see with a Sauvignon Blanc, you have got lots and lots to choose from. So if you want to know more about how to pair wines with specific types of food like steak and chicken, then check out my Best Wines With series. And if you just want to know all things wine, check out howtoenjoywine.com, where you will also find my online shop.